Okay, y'all, marriage boot camp. You know, it's some kind of tea going around about Medina and Claudia. Um Some going on. Lord. The tea is Claudia Jordan claims her ex, who was dating Phaedra Parks, physically abused her. Allegedly. It says, this is brought to you by hotnewhiphop.com. Says that the article reads, in the entertainment industry, it's uncommon to see people who have been in relationships with the same person, such in this case of Claudia Jordan, whose ex-boyfriend Medina Islam is now in a relationship with the Real Housewives of Atlanta star Phaedra Parks. Years ago, Claudia hinted that she and Medina, an actor who has appeared on Heaven Have Nights, who one day jumped the broom, but it seems that wasn't the case. They would one day jump the broom, get married. Now, viewers can watch Medina and Phaedra on Marriage Boot Camp, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Claudia revisited her relationship with Medina while chatting with Selena Johnson, Lisa Ray McCoy, and Vivica A. Fox on Fox Soul. We got into an argument. I grabbed his phone and he was wrestling it out of my hand, and this is the first time I've ever said this, because you know what, I got inspired by Megan Thee Stallion. Claudia revealed, I've been holding this for 5 years ago. I've been holding this for 5 years now, almost 5 years. He body slammed me into a toilet, broke it in half, and cracked the porcelain, and water went everywhere. Lord. I kept that to myself. I never called the police on him. I stayed in bed for 4 days and back spasms. And we protect these black men. And guess what? Is there a thank you? Is there an I'll never do it again and I'll get help? No, there's nothing. She continued. There's an arrogance when we protect them. So F them. I'm not protecting anyone that hurts me. Amen. If you rape me, one of my friends, if you hit one of my friends, if you hit me, I'm not making any excuse. It ain't her fault for what she had on. It ain't her fault for yelling at you. If yelling at you makes you square up on a woman, then F you. You're a whole A-B-A man. Listen to Claudia share her story below. No. I'm not going to click on it. Lord Jesus, I'm shocked. I'm shocked. I believe this article in the bottom right below. The Lord Jesus. That's the way you just don't know people. Claudia's a lot. Claudia's a hot mess a lot of the times. Claudia runs her mouth a lot. But overall, I do like Claudia Jordan. And I don't think she would lie about anything like this. So, wow, you really don't know people, right? I was about to come over here and defend Medina once again and say, Phaedra, why don't you give him a little coup? You know, a little red light special. But now, Medina, what you got going on? But I said it in my last review when I talked about the Megan Thee Stallion thing. If you hurt me, you hurt me. I can care if you black, white, or whatever. It's always a thing to protect black men, but who's protecting black women at the end of the day? A hot mess. What y'all think about that? Oh, it's allegedly. I just had to pay some back taxes, about $500 some, so I ain't got no money. So it's alleged, so don't come after me about nothing. Allegedly. That's what Claudia Jordan says. Ooh. I don't know. Okay, what's going on? So we have marriage boot camp. I just don't like Hazel. I don't know. Not saying that I don't like her personally, because I don't know her personally. I'm sure she's lovely. But when I say I don't like somebody, I'm talking about I don't like the character they portray on the screen. Or whatever they're giving me at the time, however the producers edited it. Okay? And I don't like Hazel. And I also don't like Devin. I think he's a child. I think he's immature. I think he's one of those people that gets by on how he looks. And that's it. There's nothing else there. Knock, knock, knock. Who's there? Not Devin. Yeah. I mean, and they're so petty. They're so petty on screen. They're constantly taking digs at Willie and Shonda. If you're over something, be over it. Don't allow the cameramen to, every time they bring them up, to shade them and stuff. But at the same time, it's a reality show, so I get it. Oh, child. I be itching like crazy some days. So yeah, I just want to appreciate it. And Hazel, you too old to be so childish. I mean, really, you's a woman. You ain't no little girl. You a woman. Cut this out now. Okay. What else is going on? Let's see. Judge Lynn Toler talked to Tony, and Dr. Ish talked to Corrupt. They asked Corrupt, did he want to get some help? He said, nah, I'm not really for it. I'm not really hip for rehab. So they said there was nothing else that I could do for you, really. I'm sorry about the glitches. They pretty much said that Tony and Corrupt is at this point a lost cause. And they ain't got nothing for him. I mean, they done been on marriage boot camp this long, but this however many days they've been there, and there's the Dr. Ish and Judge Lynn Toler have not seen any progress, so they can't help them peoples. So Tony went back to Vegas with her kids. I'm assuming she don't have any kids by Corrupt, thank God. And Corrupt went to go hit up the nearest liquor store near you. I don't know, but we praying for Corrupt. That's a lot to handle, and Tony got an attitude problem, but I understand why she got an attitude problem. But still, having an attitude all the time ain't gonna help nothing either. So I mean, we wish some people the best, right? But their asses is up and out now. Okay. So they had this challenge. Anything? No. Okay, so they had this challenge. Mind you, Tahiri is still there by herself. Abato's there, but he's just not in the house. Dr. Ish goes over to talk to Abato. He talks to Abato. It's just like, yo, you really need to apologize to Tahiri. Like, you really need to fix that situation. And also give a public apology to everybody in the house. I'm like, the hell he got to apologize to the house for? But I was like, all right. You know, like I said before many times, shouldn't nobody just be putting their hands on nobody. Men shouldn't hit women. Women shouldn't hit men. Women shouldn't hit women. And men shouldn't hit men. If you got to put your hands on somebody, you need to go. This is not a relationship that you need to be in. I realize sometimes things happen in the heat of the moment, whatever. But I'm just saying, which is, it's not right, but you know, it happens. But that shouldn't happen. And it's like if you're in a loving relationship with somebody. I'm speaking about like if you're out in public and somebody's showing out on you, acting a fool for no reason, and you know, I'm talking about that kind of things happen. Very rarely. But they do happen, and you know, whatever. Just long story short, stop fighting, stop the violence. We don't endorse violence over here. Not on Chalaki's channel. We don't do that. We don't do that. We don't. Okay. One thing they should do, though, the same way they're giving these talks to Vado, they should also equally give it to Tahiri. You know, give it to, you know, they're both in the wrong in different ways, you know. You don't hit nobody in the face. That's people's face. It's one thing to hit me in the arm, hit me in the leg, slap me on the ass. That's one thing, but to hit me in my face, niece, daughter. So, you know, anyway, let me see. So they had this challenge, and basically this challenge was they had to design a little car, a little mini car, and they would put down all their like insecurities and issues and things that like haunt them in the relationship and just in their personal life in general, and how they feel like they can make them better, right? We've seen this challenge before. So this is the challenge where all the little kids ride in on the cars and, you know, make it seem like they're them and all this kind of stuff. So Vado, he participated in that challenge. So we're just gonna do Vado first. Vado, his little boy walked out. You know, there was little baby Vado, cute kid. All the kids were cute. And, you know, he was talking, saying everything that was on the car, everything that was going on with Vado. And as mama said, that you should never raise your hands to hit a woman and all that kind of stuff. Vado did a nice rap for Tahiri. He said he apologized for hitting her. He'll never do it again. Yada, yada. And then there was a little girl who stood up as Tahiri. And she told, you know, a little bit of Tahiri's story. Things she's dealt with in the past and stuff. You know, talk about her dad and all that kind of stuff. So, you know, hopefully they do both get healing. Now, one thing I thought was a little wrong was after Vado had spilled his heart out, after Vado had completed the challenge, excelled at the challenge, A++, they still didn't let him back in the house. I was like, dang, so he did all that just to be out of the house still? I would just go home. But no, you don't get paid if you go home, right? I don't think so. The hell, I like being by myself most of the time. So I'd be sitting up in the hotel room, eating cheesecake. If he got access to a car, hell. I'd be chilling somewhere there, child. But anyway, you know, I know he wish he was back in the house, but it's the show and whatever. Let me see who went next. Shonda and Willie, they went. Their kids actually, the kids that portrayed them as kids actually look like their kids a little bit in real life. Cute little brown skinned kids. I love them. You know, little Willie came in there bouncing and stuff. Little Willie was a thug, child. You know, Willie came, he was a little cocky little boy. Willie talked about, I didn't even know that he's been held at gunpoint 3 times, Willie. God bless his heart. His grandfather meant a lot to him. His father passed away. They talked about Shonda, how she pretty much married her father. Shonda talked about no matter what she did or how she did it or how well she did, she never really got that gratification from her father. Her father never congratulated her and celebrated her in the way that she would have liked. She says that now she's with Willie, who kind of don't make her feel like she's anything either. So they equated it was like, oh, you married your father, which I heard that before sometimes. And sometimes some women marry their father. They say your first example of a man as a woman is your father. Your first example of a woman as a man is your mother. You know, so hey, you know, it's a super emotional moment for both of them. Yeah. Shonda's super petty at times, but I genuinely like Willie and Shonda. I do. I do, you know. Willie's a cool guy. He's super down to earth. He seems like a real, you know, a real cool person. Both of them actually, but could Willie keep that thing in his pants when they get back to the house? I don't know. That's the question of the day, of the week, of the year, darling, of the year. But bless his heart. We get to Phaedra and Medina. I'm so mad at Medina right now. That's crazy. Medina had, what happened? You know, he talked about how he was kind of abandoned by his mom and things that he went through. And I believe he said that his mom suffered from schizophrenia, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, y'all. You know, so he's a very compassionate person. He's very understanding, all that good stuff. So he sticks by people because he knows everything that he had to deal with and how he had to kind of grow up fast and raise his brother and all that kind of stuff. So, you know, Phaedra talked about how she had to be the first, how she had to be picture perfect all the time because she says that she has family members or whatever, had a family member that could pass for white, it was white passing, but wasn't, you know, and said that one time a white person called her an N-word baby, which is, ooh, child, the boldness of people, darling. I can't. So, you know, ever since then, and just in general, she's can't really let her guard down and give people a heart, and she just always wanted to portray to the world that she was picture perfect when obviously she's not, and nobody is. So that was their issue. Hazel and Devon, child. So they had this little boy come out to be Devon. Cute little kid. I'm assuming he was a little biracial little boy. But he came out there, he was just like, you know me. I get what I want. And if I don't get what I want, then I just throw a tantrum and my mama gonna give it to me. And it was like, well, he got in a relationship with his mother, and he did. Hazel could be his mother, absolutely. In action, in values and ways and habits and in age. So absolutely. Absolutely. Hazel was just looking at him. But Hazel, you know you got that little boy to spoil him. You know you enjoy the fact that you're with somebody that's less accomplished as you, that got less money as you, you know, because it's usually the other way around. So, you know you wanted somebody that you can quote-unquote control and handle. So, you know what you was doing, Hazel. But anyway. You know. And, you know, he was just laughing, and Dr. Ish was giving his opinion after each child talked about, you know, whatever person they was doing. Dr. Ish gave his opinion on it, and he talked to Devin, and he was just like, Devin, Devon, whatever, Jackie, it don't matter. Tomato, tomato, y'all know what it is. And, he was like, do you see no problem with that, Devon? And stuff, and he was just like, no, I'm a blessed person. I haven't really gone through that much in my life, and I don't see a problem with having everything that you want. And Hazel was just like, you know what I'm saying? I'm looking for a man to hold me down, and you know, I just wish that, you know, he struggled a little bit more, because everything that he has, like, he's not thankful and stuff for it. Like, it's crazy, but that's what you. He's a spoiled little child. You knew he was a spoiled little child. But you wanted somebody cute that you can parade around town. Girl. The stunt on people when, you know, he ain't got no money. But anyway, I ain't got no money either, so hell. But, super petty. So then they brought Hazel in, this little pretty little girl, this little dark skinned little girl, and you know, she was representing, you know, Hazel, and I could just be reading into this wrong. Maybe I'm just trying to start something, which is fine, whatever. It just seems like they were more hype when the little, you know, little boy, when the light skinned little boy came out and was giving his little story and stuff. But when the little dark skinned little girl came out to represent Hazel, it was like their faces dropped. You know, it was just like, it wasn't, oh, I'm excited to hear the story kind of situation. It's almost like they were shocked that they used that particular child for Hazel. So I don't know. I'm just, and I kind of just think that Devon striking me as the kind of person to think he's that, this and that because of his complexion. He gives me that. He gives me because he's so immature and so childish, and that's all he knows is his looks and you know, the way society is, and the closer you are to white, the more things, y'all know what it is. So I'm not saying that that's it. I don't know for sure. Maybe I'm just reading too deep in it, because I just think that mostly everything in life comes back to colorism and racism and you know, systematic oppression, and you know, I just think that everything in life is a result of everything that happened back in the day. So I'm not saying that's it, but I just get that vibe from them, and just not my cup of tea. Not my cup of tea at all. And so, you know, then it was over, and hopefully they seem like they learned something, they got some out of it. Some of them. Hazel and Devon used that opportunity once again to shade Shonda and Willie, saying that, oh, some people got some stupid stuff. Yeah, like Shonda and Willie, like that stuff stupid. So Devin's story wasn't stupid. He had the most pointless story of them all. He ain't been through nothing. He 12. What he done been through? Yeah, I'm blessed and I'm spoiled. Okay, and nobody's passed away in your life. You didn't have to struggle for nothing. You're not broke because you got Hazel to take care of you, and if Hazel ain't there, you got your mama. I mean, what was the point? What was the point? I really don't know what Devin as a person, minus Hazel, I really don't know what Devin as a person is getting out of this whole situation. I really don't. For some of these folks, it's just a check. Like for Phaedra, it's just a check. Child. Now I don't know if she's giving Medina the goods now, but yeah, Medina's a good one. I would gave up. I ain't finna fight too hard for you. I'll fight a little bit, but I ain't finna fight too hard. I ain't gonna. I might, if I really like you, I might ask twice. But after that, I'm done. I'm through. Because I'm worth a lot too. You ain't the only one. I got to go. Life too short to be spending. Please give me some. Please let me have it. Can I just have a little bit? Just let me taste a little bit. No. But Medina, you need your ass whooped for what you did to Miss Claudia, okay? You need, what's going on? Now, judging by that article, I don't know if it was a continuous thing. I don't know if it's just that one time. I don't know, but whatever. Medina, I don't know all the details. I don't know what happened. I don't know what she said, what she did, whatever. But, I mean, but, side note, Claudia, what's the point in, you've been holding it for 5 years. Why not hold it for 10? What's the point in bringing it up now? Because now Medina's on TV. And you see him with Phaedra. She said that the Megan story inspired her and stuff. Okay, that can happen, but I mean, whatever. Everything I talked about, let's talk in the comment section, child. Let's talk in the comment section. You know, you can't I guess you can't police when people are gonna share their story. You can't. They ain't got nothing to do with you. So, you know, you can't tell people when to talk, I guess. But it's just interesting that you wait till now where people know him a little bit because of the show, to now tell your story and say something. And apparently that was 5 years ago. I don't know. Because you beat my ass one time and I'm going straight to Instagram Live as soon as it happened. You know, so, but I don't know. I don't want to be insensitive or nothing like that. I hope y'all, you know, y'all get it. These celebrities. I mean, what's real? What's not? What's for attention? What's not? What's for ratings? What's not? It's all about money. All about money. Anyway, with this said, I'm Mr. Chalaki. Mr. Chalaki on Google Plus. Follow me at IsKingsWorld on Instagram and Twitter, at IsKingsWorld89 on Snapchat, Chase King on Facebook, Mr. Chalaki on Cash App and PayPal, and as always, darling, run me my money or run me my fade. Run me my money the way I get paid. Stay black, stay tuned. I'll see you guys there.